Hello, so it's time for another nail video. My nails are short and naked. I did break one at the end of Hope Heritage Days, so I've been growing them out for about a week now. But real quick, right before I get into the actual design, which I'm going to try to do something kind of Halloween-y because it is the first week of October. So I'm going to try to do that. So the next one in line was this orange. It's Nails Inc. Porchester Place. What I've been doing recently, I've actually been downsizing on my nail polishes. Here's a swatch that I did probably last week sometime, where I took with my flashlight and compared the bottles of nail polish, and ones that looked similar in the bottle I swatched on this piece of paper, and I was actually not impressed with any of them looking like the other one, so I ended up keeping all of those. This is the one for today. So this one is Revlon Orange Blossom. This one is Julep Carolyn, and this one is the Nails Inc. that I'm supposed to be using. Now, there's a slight difference, but these two basically look the same. Now, what I've been doing in my previous swatches is keeping, like if they were similar like this, keeping only the julep and getting rid of anything else. But since the julep is slightly more pink than orange, and these two are close enough to basically be the same color, and I've never used this Nails Inc., I'm going to either put this on Listia. This is as much as I've used it. I just swatched it right there on a piece of paper. So I'm either going to put it on Listia or put it in my sale stuff, and I'm going to keep this one. So out of these three polishes, I am downsizing one. So I have to keep this one because it's julep, and I'm keeping this one and getting rid of this one. So I am downsizing by one polish out of three, which I've actually gotten rid of about 20 as of this moment from different swatches. So like every time, if I'm not in a hurry, every time I'm sitting down to just do my nails, I try to go through, see if I have any duplicates in the bottle, and then test them on a piece of paper and see if any of them are duplicates on a white piece of paper. And so like I said, I've been definitely keeping the julep. Juleps are like my main go-to collection nail polish as of right now, and I've been getting rid of off-brands, or normally comparing these two because they were pretty similar, I would normally get rid of the most off-brand, which is kind of what I'm doing, but I've already used the Revlon and it's scented. So that's why I'm keeping this one over this one. Plus it's actually bigger. It's 0.4. This one's 0.33. So I'm getting rid of this one, which has never been used on my fingers. And I'm keeping this one, which has been used, and I'm going to use it for this video. So that is what I've been doing recently. I hope I didn't bore you too much at the beginning of this nail video, but let's go ahead and get started. Alright, now that we know how I chose my polish, I'm going to get into a little bit of detail of what I'm going to be doing. So I did point to a random nail art on my sheet of paper, and it was this pot of ABCs, which I believe I got from Twinkle Tea. It doesn't say on the package, but I'm pretty sure this came with the nail vinyls that I ordered a couple years ago or whatever. I don't even know. So anyways, I pointed to this and I dug it out. And then the next polish in line was actually a maroon jelly, which I didn't want to mess with the jelly, plus it wasn't going to work very well with these. I would either have to put a whole bunch of gloppiness on my fingers or do a completely different design, but I had already dug these out. So I skipped over the jelly and I actually went to like the third or fourth in line, which was that Nails Inc. Orange color, and now I'm going to be using this one, which, as I said, I have used before, I think just one time. It is Orange Blossom Revlon Perfumery. So it is a scented, orange scented nail polish, so it smells like oranges when it dries. I'm also going to be using regular base coat so that it will actually stick. So here, get smart and take them out of the bag while my nails are dry. So my hope is with skipping over the jelly and getting an orange and having this pot of random letters, and I mean, this is not a letter. That's not a letter. Can you even see? And that's, I mean, just an O, but it's really just a gold circle. So I'm hoping that I can find some stuff in here to do something kind of like Halloween, like maybe write out something Halloween, or like phrases, boo, ah, something. Ooh, look at that one. They're like multiple stuck together. I do also have my tweezers. Let's just zoom in and look at this real quick before I even start. So that is not a letter. That is just a circle. But this is what I want you to see, and I don't know if you can see it. Can you see how thick that is? There they all go apart. But that was just weird. They were all stuck together. And there's another one here. Oh, there's a lot. This V's got at least 3. The X. The N's got 2. So, I mean, it looks like there's a lot more letters in here than I originally thought, because they're all stuck together. So, and look, this is not a letter. What is this? What is that? That's not even a letter. It's red and it's in silver. What is that, people? Do you know what that is? Is it a letter? Am I just completely stupid? Honestly, this is a pot of ABCs. That is what the definition was when I bought it. I think it was like $2. I don't remember exactly. But it was a pot of ABCs. Is that a letter? I don't think so. It does not look anything like the other ones either. I mean, it's chunky. That's an M or a W. I mean, could it be both? This does not look like that. Anyways, I'm off topic here. So I'm going to try and do something, somehow, somewhat Halloween related. Great, now I can't pick these up. Exactly why I got the tweezers. Because when my nails are wet, I can't even pick them up with the tweezers. Ain't no way I'm going to be able to pick them up when my nails are wet. What is happening? Jeez. I'm probably going to need to pour them all out eventually anyways, just to see if I can find anything Halloween related. So anyways, now that I just wasted 5 minutes on that, let's get into the polish. So as I said, I'm going to be using a regular base coat so that hopefully they will stay on at least like 3 days and not fall off right away. So this is Revlon Color Stay base coat. And here we go. Alright, as I said, I'm using Revlon Perfumery Orange Blossom. It says it is a scented nail enamel. Now, one thing I have found that if you definitely cover it up with a top coat, it does not smell. as much. Hardly at all, because you have the top coat covering it. But because I'm just using it as a design polish and not as a scented polish, I'm totally fine with that. I'm going to use a top coat, definitely to seal in the letters, and so it's just not going to smell. But I want the orange. That's what I want. I want the orange color on my nails. As with all like neon-y colors, of course this is going to look a little bit better over a white polish, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm fine with just putting the orange on. So I'm going to go ahead and get this opaque on my nail, and I do have a clear, this is just plain clear polish to put on the letters after I dump them out and find out what I can do. That's kind of Halloween. If I can't do anything Halloween, then I guess we'll just put random letters on my nails. I don't know. We will have to see what I do. But let's go ahead and get the color opaque on the nail. So I had 2 coats. They are smelling good. I don't want to cover it up, but the whole point of this video is for nail art, not for just me to paint my nails orange. So in order to see what is in this tub, I am going to dump it out, which is going to make a mess for later, but you gotta do what you gotta do. See, that is nothing. That is not a letter. Alright. Dump it out, but don't make a mess. Okay, the pot is empty. Now, to see what we have. Like this is just some triangles. You better watch out or I'm gonna get it on my nail. Or all over the floor. Okay. Alright, so I did find some booze. Not some booze. I found B's and O's. A B and some O's. Which I could mix it up and do like this plain solid circle. So there's a B and then an O. I do have a second O, but I also have this solid letter. Well, solid O. And then I also found an A and an H, and I know it looks like it could be an I, but here are the I's, so that's definitely an H. So I got boo, ah. I mean, these literally could be gravestones. They are perfect gravestone shape. This could even be like a skeleton head, or you know, some type of alien shape, something scary, because I don't know what else it's supposed to be. There's nothing else in the alphabet that I can think of that would be. So I'm just going to start randomly putting these things on my nails and hope that it turns out looking okay. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna look, but that's my plan, something along those nature. But the letters compared to my finger are pretty big, so if I do decide to do words, it has to be one per finger. And I looked for like an exclamation point or something, and I don't see any. So I'm just going to have to go with just boo, or just ah, no, like ah, and no boo, you know, with the emphasis. So it just has to be like that. So I'm just going to do that, and then I will have to clean up later because my nail's gonna be wet and this is gonna be tricky to clean up. So as I said, this is perfect for clear polish, plain clear polish, Not top coat, because it will dry. Top coat dries pretty fast, and especially if you're slow or you're having trouble with your tweezers, a top coat might dry before you even get the little letter or whatever it is you're putting on your nail on there before it's dry. So that is where clear polish comes in handy. And I'm just going to put it in the place wherever the letter is going, so it doesn't have to fill up my whole nail. So let's go ahead and start doing that. Alright, so my original intent was to make it look kind of like a cemetery. So there's 2 small gravestones and a big gravestone in like the second row. But, I mean, it kind of looks like a screaming ghost. Although it's green, blue, and red. They're different colors. But technically it does look like something with its mouth open, screaming. So it's like a dual purpose nail. Alright, continuing. I think I'm going to do the BOO on these 3, so that my manicure is going to look facing that way. So there's one hand, so I got the graveyard, boo, and then I put the alien-like things on the thumb. I'm going to just real quick double coat them with clear to kind of like secure them a little better before I do the top coat. And then I will go ahead and do the second hand. But this is just to make sure they're down. They are pretty stiff. I thought that they might be a little more flexible than they are. So especially on my nails, like when I put them in the middle, they're super curved. And if I don't really secure them, they're just going to get stuck in my hair in the shower or something and come right off, which will defeat the purpose of using the normal base coat. So I think I'm going to do basically the same thing on the other hand, except for AHH, screaming, and maybe reverse the skeleton thingies with the graveyard thingies. So that's what I will do right now. Took forever to sort them out, but here we go. Starting again, well, this time on the other hand. And now I'm just going in with my SE top coat, making sure I seal all of the corners so that it's not as 3D. And that is the completed look. It is still pretty cute. I don't know if I like this one. I think I put too many headstones. It's too much. And when I was putting the top coat on this H, it was moving. So that's not a very good sign. So I need to sit still, let everything dry and set, or I might come into some trouble. Everything's gonna start falling apart. So anyways, that is my little first Halloween nail art video. Hopefully I will get around to doing more. Halloween is my favorite time of year, well, October is my favorite month, and Halloween is my favorite time of year, and I love it. So I'm going to try and do some Halloween nail arts if I get around to it. But all in all, it's not bad. I mean, it says boo. It says boo. I don't know if you can tell what this is, and these are just shapes. And then this one says ah, and this one just looks ridiculous. But anyways, that's it. That's done. It's Halloween. It's orange. It says things. It says Halloween phrases. So I'm counting it as a win, and they're super reflective. I mean, just look at those O's. Like I have a neon light on my fingers. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. Now I just have to clean up my little mess here. I will see you next time. Bye!